In this video, I'm going to share my 10-step plan to sell $1 million on Amazon in 2024. So at the time of this recording, we're close to the end of the year. I'm on pace to do probably close to $650,000 to $700,000 in sales, probably closer to $650,000. And my goal in the beginning of the year was to do $750,000. Now I'm confident I would have hit that if I didn't have a car hit my house. So if you take a look at my sales, you can see, I think it was September, October, my sales just literally tanked because I was locked out of my house. I had a big yellow sign. They weren't letting me in. It was condemned. It was a whole nightmare. Not to make excuses, but it is what it is. So in this video, I want to share what my 10-step plan is. This is going to be a short video, but I just want to be upfront and transparent. And I also want to use this as accountability to look back at the end of 2024, see how I did. Okay. So step number one, I plan to spend on average about $40,000 per month. So the goal is my cost of goods is probably going to come close to about $500,000. So I'm going to spend probably, $40,000 to $45,000, $50,000 a month to do $1 million in sales. And you might be thinking, well, Steve, that's a lot of money. I can go to the thrift store and, I could buy an item for $1. Why are your cost of goods so high? It's because I'm really trying to build this into a business, right? In 2023, I would say I probably spent an average 7, 8, 9 hours per week on the business. In 2024, I plan to spend even less than that, probably less than 5 hours per week. So the way I'm looking at things is I'm not looking at it from a perspective of I want to have the highest ROI and go to thrift stores and then not have a life. Like I want to make this a business where, I spend 5 hours or less, make $100,000, $200,000, and I'll talk more about that, and just really overlook the operations and manage it. So I'm going to spend about $40,000 per month on eBay. Number two is I'm going to do 100% FBA, fulfillment by Amazon. So I'm not going to do any fulfillment by merchant. I just don't have the time. I'm super busy. And even though I know there's some really amazing opportunities there, I don't trust myself, to be honest, because I'm traveling and I have so many different things going on, to be picking and packing orders myself. So I really just want to outsource this 100% to FBA. Now, step number three, I'm going to ship a couple items from my house myself, but I would say 95% of the items that I purchase on eBay, they're going to a prep center. So I just recently started working with a prep center. I've only done like a couple hundred items so far with them. It's been really great. I'm actually kind of embarrassed that I didn't start using a prep center sooner. I'm sure some of you folks who use a prep center probably watch my videos like, what the heck is wrong with this guy? Like seeing all the packages coming to my steps and having to bring them all in and have employees at the house. I'm just kind of over that right now, to be honest with you. I don't want to always have employees coming here and tons of boxes, and it's fun. It looks cool on social media, but when you have to live with it and you're in a relationship and you're trying to keep your home and not your business, it gets really annoying quickly. So I'm going to have about 90% of my inventory go to a prep center, maybe 5 to 10% come to my house, maybe some like dangerous goods or larger items, or maybe some items where maybe I want to inspect it a little bit more. But again, prep center, 90% to prep center, and minimal amount of inventory coming to my house. Number four, I'm going to focus on sourcing items that sell within 30 days or less. So I'm really getting away from the longer tail items, even items that take 3 months, 4 months to sell. I really want to turn my cash, right? This is the whole purpose of doing eBay to Amazon. And, the whole purpose of hitting my goal, like I want to turn my money, right? I could put my money in index funds. I could put my money in other businesses. The reason I like this business is because you can make a really amazing return on your money once you fine tune your system. It takes time. I've been working on this business for over 2 years, but I'm going to be focusing on items that turn quickly. Just like, how Amazon FBA, they changed their rules like a couple years ago and they had storage limits and increased fees. Like they realized they're not in the business of storing their inventory, like your inventory at the warehouse and charging you fees. Like they want to sell products. Same here. Like I don't want to be, investing in products and sitting on them for 3, 4, 5 months like I did with a lot of CDs and DVDs and books over the last couple of years. So I'm really going to be focusing on products that turn very quickly. And an extension of that, number 5, is I'm going to keep my inventory less than 800 ASINs. I would even love to get to 500 ASINs. In 2023, I got up to about 2,000 ASINs. And when you have that many products that you're selling, like that many various ASINs, you just have a lot of issues that you have to worry about. Concerns with IP complaints and counterfeits, concerns with high pricing errors because you're always dealing with different products, stranded inventory, and there's just a bunch of different nuances in terms of like bookkeeping and your replens list when you're dealing with tons of different ASINs. So I'm really going to double down on my replens and the products that I know I do really well with. Now, number 6 is we're going to aggressively reprice inventory that sits for longer than 60 days, okay? In the past, we would let things sit for 90 days, 120 days because we were thinking, well, you know, we're not going to get hit with those long-term storage fees until 6 months. Now, at the point where I am right now and the way that I want to run my business, I just don't want my money sitting. I've really made the decision it's better to cut your losses and even lose a little bit of money to get your money back, to put it into a product you know is going to turn and flip. And, you know, all in all, after analyzing and running my numbers, I've decided, and I've already started implementing in my business, we're going to be a lot more aggressive with repricing. So I actually just recorded a video recently about my entire Be Cool repricing strategy. That should be coming out soon. I actually have a couple videos about this, so stay posted. If you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe. Number 7, we're going to start preparing for Q4 at the end of Q2, okay? Because this Q4 has been crazy. I mean, I'm literally looking at my sales right now. We're actually at $112,000. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'm at $112,000. And to be honest, I could have prepared way better. Like I could have had a $250,000 month if I would have prepared and if a car didn't hit my house. But this inspires me, right? It inspires me to really make sure that I position myself and prepare for Q4. So if you guys want a video about this, how I plan to prepare in Q2 for Q4 and the categories and products I'm going after, let me know. And yeah, I mean, this is all going to be eBay to Amazon, you know, fingers crossed, knock on wood, I don't get my account suspended or something goes wrong, which is a risk with this model. That's my biggest fear. I don't know if I want to go any higher than $1 million per year with eBay to Amazon. I might, who knows, 2024, maybe I start adding in some traditional OA, which probably I won't. If anything, I'd probably go to wholesale. Just, I don't know. Traditional OA has so many price tanking situations and, you know, it's just like anybody can do it. You got to find coupons and stack them. Like I've tried it. I've gone through some programs. It's really not for me. So if anything, if I wanted to add more safety and stability, it would probably be going into wholesale, but I haven't made any decisions with that just because E to A is so good now and the margins are so good. I feel like I'm just going to run this until the wheels fall off. Hopefully they don't fall off, but yeah, that was number 7, prepare for Q2 and Q4. Number 8, we're going to focus a lot more on replens. So I talked about that. I alluded to that a couple minutes ago. Replens. So essentially a replen is an item that you've sold previously that you then want to replenish and sell again. And the reason why replens are so great is because you have an advantage over the marketplace. You've sold it before. You don't have to rely on a keep a chart. Maybe you've sold it 3, 4, 5, 6 times like I do with a lot of my E to A flips. A replen's fantastic. It gives you a competitive edge. And I've actually been building out a software with my partner Ben for almost a year now. Okay. I mean, really the last couple of months, we've been really going into it hard and spending a lot of money on development and building it out and you know, attempting to create an amazing solution. And we've been using this in our business. It's not ready. It's not for sale yet. Eventually it will in 2024, but it's really been helping us a lot find replens and replenish our inventory. So, you know, if you're flipping eBay to Amazon, stay posted for that. But even if you don't have a software, you don't need one, focus on replens, build out a Google sheet. I've made videos about this. I've talked about this a ton in my eBay to Amazon masterclass, which if you're not a part of that and you're serious about growing your eBay to Amazon business, get in right now. I'll put a little coupon code over there as well. If you click through rakeandprofit.com/E2A masterclass, go check that out. But replens are going to be a huge part of our strategy. Number 9, you might be thinking to yourself like, Steve, are you going to hire more virtual assistants? Are you going to get a warehouse? Are you going to hire more of a team? No, actually, I'm not. This year, we're going to do close to 650, 700 with just 2 sourcing VAs and then a couple other people who deal with like repricing and, you know, back-end admin stuff. We're pretty much going to keep the same team. I'm going to keep my 2 full-time VAs sourcing and then my other 2 VAs doing, you know, repricing. And, you know, we have one that helps out with like stranded inventory and shipments and different things like that. The really only addition we're adding to the business is the prep center. The prep center is going to be huge. I'm so excited for this because Now, instead of having to deal with all the packages coming to my house and having to spend time working with the employees and, just bringing in packages every day and shipping them out. And, it takes time, even though they're the ones who are listing and shipping, I'm having to be there and manage it. And I'm just looking forward to not having to deal with that anymore. So the prep center and then everyone else is going to be pretty much staying the same. And then number 10 is we're going to do our best to keep our accounts safe by staying away from risky products. This is why I really want to minimize the amount of ASINs I deal with, focus more on replans. And that still doesn't mean I won't get suspended or kicked off or something won't go wrong. Again, I hope not, but there are Section 3 violations going around. There's IPs. You can get a counterfeit from a customer, even if it's not. And then it's like, well, you're guilty until proven innocent, right? So where's your invoice? So it's kind of scary. I'm playing and tinkering on a gray area. And for anyone who does thrifting, garage sales, auctions, even if you sell stuff around your house, you're tinkering with that gray area. You're playing with fire. So it's one of those things that, I've made a decision. You know what? You want to know what? I've got other income streams. I'm dealing with other things. Just to be fully transparent, this isn't the only way I make money. If I did get my account kicked off or something went wrong, I'm sure I could partner with someone. I could find another account. I could find a way, but I am trying to be as safe as possible. I have my eBay to Amazon masterclass. I have known of people who have gotten kicked off, and every single one of them that I talk to, 99% of them, it's only been like a couple people. It's not like I know a lot of people who have gotten kicked off. They're dealing with sketchy products and sketchy brands, and they're ignoring the drop-offs. They're ignoring IP alert. They're ignoring what people are saying in the community. So, I'm going to do everything I can to keep my account safe. But, you got to understand that there's risks, and there's certainly risks with this business. So that's my 10-step plan. Going to be spending around $40K a month on eBay, maybe more. We'll see. Keeping my margins around 25% at the end of the day. That's the goal. So if I do $1 million, I'd love to make $250,000 on it. It could fall to, 150 to 200. It depends if there's expenses, if things tank in price, if another car hits my house. I'm going to do 100% FBA. I'm going to ship 90% of my inventory to a prep center. I will do some at my house, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll go 100% prep. I'm going to focus on sourcing items that sell within 30 days or less, keeping my inventory to 800 ASINs or less. That's the goal. Right now, I think I'm under 1,000, but I was at 2,000. So I've already been working on breaking this down. Going to aggressively price inventory that sits for longer than 60 days and really focus on getting my inventory to sell in 30 days or less. I'm going to prepare for Q4 and Q2, and I'll make a video about this in the future. Focus on replans. We're going to keep our same team for the most part outside of a prep center, and I'm going to do everything I possibly can to keep my account safe, okay? So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to learn how to flip items from eBay to Amazon, or if you want more coaching or mentorship from me, you can check out our eBay to Amazon masterclass at rakeandprofit.com/E2A masterclass. I'll put a link on the video. Or if you're brand new and you're like, Steve, I just watch your videos, I'm getting inspired, but I'm small, I'm new, I'm just getting started. Maybe you haven't sold anything. Maybe you just want to learn the basics of how to set up your account, how to list, how to ship, how to get started. And that's great. Check out resellingfreedom.com. This is my membership that I run with 7 other coaches. We do anywhere from 3 to 4 to 5 live coaching calls every week. We have hundreds of hours of previous calls. We have ebooks. We have a whole course. We have workshops on retail arbitrage, eBay to Amazon, beginner stuff, advanced. I'm telling you right now, if you're a beginner or even if you're doing less than $5,000, check out resellingfreedom.com. But with that being said, let's crush 2024. And I'm looking forward to looking back at the end of 2024 and crushing all those goals with you guys. So with that being said, much love. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.